live all day, doing stuff all day long, no problems. And all of a sudden I go live and it kicks out, but we're back anyway. It's so funny. It's so funny how that works. Yeah. You know, if you dropped off, just restart, reset. It could just be I would say it's the rush of people, but it's not. It's just Comcast and YouTube being fucktards. It's just the retarded nonsense of online streaming. Everything is fine. Everything is fine until I go live. Literally been online, doing videos, uploading, recording, doing stuff for hours. Literally for hours. I hit the stream button, and all of a sudden the fucking bullshit kicks off. So we're fine now. Definitely not coming back. So if it gets kicked off, it'll be an offline episode. So definitely not returning. I don't play with that shit anymore. No, sorry. Sorry, we don't fuck with that anymore. If it kicks me offline for a live stream, it's done. I'm just going to record straight through. I ain't got time for that bullshit. They want to kick me off, or they want to boot me, or the internet wants to cut out. Sorry, not spending all day trying to restream that shit. So if it cuts out, that's it. But, you know, stick around for a few minutes and see, sometimes it comes back. So not doing those rebroadcasts anymore. If it cuts out, it cuts out. But anyway, hashtag show up. Now that we're here, let everyone kind of get a chance to come back in. Let me close the window a little bit. Gonna walk in front of that a little bit. There we go. Cut that off a little bit. There we go. Sit down. There we go. Get comfortable now that we're here. What's going on? Two streams? No, one stream. I haven't gone live again. I haven't disconnected once. It better not have cut off. It better not be doing a 2-stream thing. It better not. Oh, you fucking fucktards. I'm going to delete that one. Delete forever. Yeah, I hate when they do 2 streams. There's no purpose for that. Either that, or I'm just going to start doing it offline and just uploading it later if it keeps on doing that. I'm totally fine doing an offline podcast if it's not going to keep on going forward in that sense. So if it starts today, all right, so if you're watching this and this is like a few minutes in, you missed the intro, the other podcast, I deleted the intro, I deleted the first half of it. Not going to restart it. It's all good. Okay, let's see here. How we doing today? Would you smash today? Would you smash? How we doing over there in Swole TV, in Swole chat? How we doing, beaches? There we go. Very nice. Kathleen, Melissa, Becky, Shane. What's going on, fam? Over there on is this Swole TV. As you know, members, you can also catch it over in Swole TV. If you're feeling snooty, you're too good. You're too good for YouTube. You're too good for this fuckery. Get some coffee. Get some coffee. Smash that like button. What are you smashing today? Smashy McSmasherson. What we got? Kendall about to do some Swolga gravity. Nice. Mary meditated and went to therapy. There you go. Take care of y'all self. Get on with your bad self. Take care of that shit. Just smash the like button. Very nice. Justine, back and biceps. Virtual shoulders for James. I've been talking to a bunch of you on Swole Text asking what you've been crushing today. So we got some new releases. A reminder that yesterday's episode, 1522, was the accountability meeting. So if you want to catch yesterday's episode, you're not going to find it on the streaming sites or on apps. It's only for members. So that's available in Swole TV. It's pinned to the top of the private group. We did the new releases. So we got a lot of new releases yesterday, fam. How many of you dug into that shit? We got a brand new Nuts on Chin Unplugged. We have a brand new Brain Gains 30. We got a couple new recipes, 3 new recipes. We got 2 brand new classes. We got a brand new master class. So make sure you check all that out. If you just go to the updates section in your account, you'll see all the latest updates. And also in the individual sections, you'll have links that go right to that post. That way you don't have to go sift through all the categories and find the yoga classes. We have those in the updates tab and also at the top of the page. So make sure you go and check those out. How many of you have been doing the 30-minute brain gains? Has anyone tried it for the first time? Gone that long? I've never gone that long before. That's what she said. It's all right. It's all right. Length isn't for everyone. Length in all respects isn't for everyone. Not everyone can handle that kind of length. You know what I'm saying? Anna, smashing that laziness. Come on. Come on, Will, 90-day dash, round 2, day 2. Look at you. Look at you doubling up on that 90 double D. Badminton outside today. People still play that, huh? I remember like I had a badminton net and like a racket when I was a kid. I remember just trying to hit those things as far as I could. I don't remember actually playing it. Yeah. I've actually gone down a rabbit hole on YouTube when you look at professional badminton. It's the strangest thing. It's the strangest fucking thing. So strange. So strange. Anyway, good. Active rest, yoga, activity, go for a walk, play a sport. That's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do for active recovery. What do you do for active recovery? You know, I mean, when I say active recovery and we talk about yoga, that's a little more specific program. But you talk about general activity, going for a walk, playing badminton, playing some basketball, doing some kind of physical activity that you enjoy. That's super cool. Is brain gains a type of meditation? Aren't you a part of X? Aren't you a member, Steve? I could have sworn you joined. It's both. Meditation is exercise for the mind. Cerny, I've done both of 30 minutes, loved both. Thank you, Cerny. Badminton is insanely fun. It looks cool. You just smack it as hard as you can and it just comes down, doesn't go that far. It looks cool. When you see when you see people play it professionally or in the Olympics, it's fucking intense. It's intense. So I have a vague memory of it. It's not something that people really do in the United States. So it's not like everyone has a badminton net. But I remember having something like that in the backyard when I was younger. Vague memories. But you know what's one of those things with like when it comes to like tennis or a single side, it's like it's only your right arm. You're not using both arms. You're not getting an even flow of exercise. Feels like you're just overloading one side over and over again. You know, volleyball and stuff like that is fun. But just being physically active. Gary, I love disc golf. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about general activity. It's better to go outside and play badminton or disc golf and things like that than just sit around all the time. So it's great to go outside and get some air and get some fresh air, get some movement, some random movement. Supersets later than floating in the pool to recover. Pool floating meditation. I like it. Jelly. Jelly. You're missing out. I just don't want to do the $2 membership. What? You're missing out. You're missing out on all the good stuff inside Swole TV. You get access to Swole TV and the Nuts on Chin Unplugged and all the stuff in there and the private meetings and the group. It's the fucking shit. But you don't have to join. It's cool. You could show up here. I watch the channel like I'm a member. That's what it's all about, man. You can come here every day. You're not required to join. It's all good. Happy to have you here either way. Don't turn your nose up at the Swole fam. Nah, come on. Your fam's waiting for you. It's the same fam as out here. Hacky sack. That's a good one, Steve. Anyone still play hacky sack? I think I bought a hacky sack within the last year or two. Never got played. I like hacky sack. I like it. It's a nice little barefoot grass type chill thing. But the thing is with hacky sack is you have to have like some fundamental skill. The worst thing to do is to play hacky sack with someone that doesn't know what they're doing. And it's not that you have to start somewhere. But if you're good and you're playing with someone that sucks, it's like kick. You know, once you get like two people that are kind of decent and you can practice together, that's pretty cool. But it takes a lot of practice. Oh, you know what a hacky sack is? Satara, have you ever seen like the soft little cloth, like little satchels full of like beads that people kick and like, you know, you can't use your hands, so you're catching on your head. It's kind of like soccer juggling, only it's with a soft little sack. Soft with a sack. Soft sack. It's a soft sack. That's what it is. That's what hacky sack is. It's a soft sack. It's a gentle sack. It's a gentle sack. Oh, let's see here. Jane Lowe, I am a new member. In the elimination phase, how vital is it to not drink coffee? Having a very hard time giving it up. Drugs are hard to give up. I mean, I drink coffee. You can be very, very sensitive to coffee. People can be very, very sensitive to caffeine. Let's actually go around the horn because whatever you eliminate, you can test. And it could be the quality of your coffee. I'm not saying that you have to give it up, but if you don't eliminate it, you can't test it. How many of you gave up coffee or eliminated coffee and found that coffee bothered you or that you had poor reactions to coffee or you didn't realize how much of a difference coffee made with anxiety or any kind of stress or trouble sleeping. And it could also be the quality of your coffee. So you can always make upgrades and maybe have a whole different experience just with a brand of coffee if you're getting a low quality coffee. So let's get some member experience. So for those of you that have eliminated coffee during the elimination diet, what was your experience with eliminating coffee? Not only that, maybe it's also, Jane, what you're putting in your coffee. If you're putting a lot of stuff in it, you're also getting rid of all the sugar and the dairy and crap that you're putting in your coffee. If you're putting in creamers and, a lot of people make their coffee. A lot of people make a freaking smoothie when it comes to their coffee in terms of adding junk to it. Anyway, drugs, they are. Well, coffee's a drug. It's not looked at like heroin or cocaine. It's a drug. It's a stimulant. Coffee is absolutely a drug. It's just not it's weird how we don't call it a drug. It almost sounds weird when you call coffee a drug, but it is. It's a drug and it gives us an effect. It's just very low level when it comes to other things. I love my coffee, but a lot of times people use coffee and it translates over into like Monster energy drinks and Red Bulls, because if you are not getting enough sleep, let's just put it this way. If you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not recovering enough, if you're consuming a lot of other chemicals and stimulants and things like that, coffee becomes not even something that brings you up a level. Coffee becomes something that is just the bare minimum, and you have to keep on adding more stimulants. You add more caffeine, you add more layers to that, you drink more energy drinks, you have more cups of coffee. And when you're trying to make up, let's say, for exhaustion and you're only using coffee, you could drink a fucking gallon of coffee and you're not going to feel better. You could drink a gallon of coffee, and if you're exhausted, fundamentally, you're just fucking yourself up. You're just blasting your adrenals, and you're not actually recovering enough. So you don't want to sacrifice sleep and then drink coffee to give you energy. Coffee is delicious, and you're going to find that if you get proper rest and recovery, you're not going to need as much coffee. You're not going to need as much. I mean, I don't drink as much as I used to. The more recovery you have, the less you're going to need that like extra bump. I love coffee, but it can definitely trigger anxiety. Now, I don't meditate on coffee. So I talk a lot about my morning routine. When I meditate, I don't have coffee first. I have coffee after. I want to make sure I'm meditating on a clear, open mind. I don't want any stimulant. I don't want any kind of like, anything going on in my brain when I'm doing meditation. Let's see. I want to read some of your, we'll get into just a tip in a second. So drop your comments down below. Have you done an elimination diet? And when you did it, did you eliminate coffee? Let's get a little bit of some feedback here. Elise, haven't had coffee in a few years. Became kind of addictive for me. I didn't like that. Vanessa, I gave up coffee and I realized how sleep deprived I was. I was hiding it with lots of black coffee. That's very common. That's what we're just talking about. So thank you. Steve, I cut my consumption of coffee that I was having 4 times, 5 times a day down to just once a day, usually early afternoon. Nice. Chris, too. I'm super sensitive to coffee. I realize I'm intolerant / allergic to it. It exacerbates asthma for me. Satara, when I cut out caffeine and switched to herbal tea, it definitely helped my anxiety and panic disorder. Also, quitting and reducing smoking definitely helped. Yeah, I would say that probably had a lot more of a positive effect than cutting out the caffeine, but both. I mean, you're taking out the drugs in your life. It's good stuff. Kat, I am down to 1 coffee from 4 and I have less poop problems. There you go. Steve, better sleep without coffee, that's for sure. Mary, oh yeah, I'm actually physically addicted to coffee. I know I'm addicted. Let's see here. Sarah, I drink my coffee straight up. You don't need those additives unless it's MCT oil. Yeah, I mean, I blend my coffee and stuff, but I'm talking about all the creamers and the sugar and the sweeteners and stuff like that. Becky, I gave up caffeine. Turns out it was giving me wicked headaches. I'm also an engineering student, so chronic exhaustion is a thing. It sure is. It sure fucking is. Let's see here. 50 people can't locate the like button. Smash that like button, fam. Make sure you smash that like button. I will turn this podcast around. I will turn this podcast around. I tell you what. I tell you what, Beaches, I will turn this podcast around. Don't make me. Don't make me.
Yow. Yow.
I will turn this fucking ship around. Hit that like button. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Maria. Coffee bothers my stomach. I can handle it a little, but I have some espresso. Had some espresso for the first time in months, and I was sick for 12 hours. Well, that's going to a real heavy coffee. Espresso is heavy as shit, especially if you haven't drank in a while. Gary, I tried cutting coffee when I started my elimination, and I just could not. So look, here's the deal. Just wanted to go around the horn and kind of get a little bit of some feedback for some context. But you can cut out coffee. I mean, it's important to understand like what this is doing to you. The more you cut out, the more you can test. If you don't cut out caffeine, then you're not gonna get any feedback from what that might be doing or what that might be covering up in your life. Most people will find, from my experience and from just getting feedback from everyone that's gone through the elimination diet in the Swole fam, is that when you're cutting out foods, when you're cutting out all these other sources of stimulation like sugar, and you're getting better sleep and you're meditating, a lot of people find that they don't need as much coffee. So maybe what you can do, there's a couple different ways. Like if you have issues with acidity, you can do a cold brew. You can change, I guess, what kind of coffee you're consuming, the manner in which you brew your coffee. There's different ways that you can do that. Also, you might find that you don't require as much. And I would definitely not drink coffee if you don't want it to affect your sleep. Then don't have it start to whittle down and like start to avoid having coffee too late in the day. So right now I'm kind of like wrapping up the last of my coffee. It's a little bit later than when I normally like to drink it, and sometimes I'm a little bit off that flow, but I'm going to work out after, so I'm going to try to use all this stimulation, use as much as possible. But it's a matter of finding out what works best for you. Now, I'm not saying that if you're drinking coffee, oh my God, coffee's the enemy, coffee's crushing you. If you're drinking coffee, it's definitely fucking you up. That's not what the elimination diet is. That's not what I'm saying. If you are trying to figure out as much information as possible, you can't figure out any information on things you don't remove. So you don't know if you don't test it. But is it the most important thing for the first time through an elimination diet? I would actually say no. That's not trying to give it an excuse like, hey, you don't have to get rid of it. Don't really go all in. But it's more important that you focus on a more quality coffee. If you're going to drink coffee, definitely get something that's as high quality as you can get. Get an organic, get like a single roast, single origin. Go get an organic blend. Like read reviews, go on Amazon, get a quality coffee. Don't just be drinking fucking store-bought Folgers crap. Make sure you get a good coffee. Try different styles of brewing. Play around with it a little bit more. Try to cut down how much you're consuming. And I would recommend that you focus more. It's more important that you get rid of all the extra sugar, that you get rid of all the extra dairy, that you get rid of all the grains and stuff like that in part of your elimination than necessarily coffee. I mean, if you're drinking a ton a day, yeah, I mean, it's definitely affecting you. But I mean, it just whittling down on that and eating healthier and just minimizing how much you're drinking will be hard enough, but it'll make a much bigger difference. You don't want to be sucking down. In just my experience, again, this is not like, hey, I'm doing all this research right now and like, hey, studies show that 8 cups of coffee is not good, but 5 is okay. You don't want to be sucking down coffee more than water. Maybe drinking tons of fluids, tons of water. But if you're having coffee, you shouldn't have so much coffee. You shouldn't be sucking that down to stay awake. Because if you can't stay awake without coffee, then you're exhausted and you're just covering up. It's like taking a Tylenol and ibuprofen when you have a headache. You're not solving the problem, you're just masking the symptoms. Mary, I will say with quarantine, I've been getting more sleep and I drink less coffee than I used to. It's more for the deliciousness and the routine than for the caffeine and to stave off headaches. Well, you can try doing a half caffeine. You can start. Well, if you get headaches when you don't drink coffee, I mean, that's hardcore addiction. I mean, it's not like you're on a hardcore drug, but if you're getting caffeine or headache withdrawals, that's withdrawal. So I would definitely try to cut down on how much caffeine you're consuming. You shouldn't be getting headaches when you don't drink coffee. Like I don't get headaches if I don't have my coffee. I don't have like a headache in the morning when I don't drink coffee until I drink it. You definitely don't want to go down that route. I would maybe cut down, maybe mix decaf in with it. Get a high quality coffee, get the decaf version, maybe do like a 50-50. So you're kind of cutting down on the caffeine. So you're getting a little bit and you get that flavor too. That could be a good strategy. There you go. Shane, replace my Gatorade lately in the gym with water with pink Himalayan salt. Feel much better. Get those electrolytes, man. That's huge. Helps you from not like cramping and stuff like that. A lot of people ask about trouble sleeping or cramps, things like magnesium. It's one of those electrolytes that you'll find in some of those electrolyte drinks, but you definitely don't need all the sugar from the Gatorade. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff, fam. So keep on dropping it down below. For those of you that are sucking down tons of coffee, make sure that you're drinking straight water too. Make sure that you're drinking plenty of fucking water. All right, let's get into just the tip, fam.
Babe,
Tippy tip.
just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside.
All right, so we got some good shit today. Let's bring up these over here. Let's see what we got here. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So on the Swolenormous channel, we got some new juice. We got a video about intense cravings and binge eating. Make sure you go and check that out. This was a good video. Some salty sack. Extra thirsty. We got one for Kim and Liz. We got the two Asian face fuckers, the mother and daughter team that zoom in on their fugly mouths and face fuck themselves on camera, and they race eating junk food. We have a male health at every size. A male health at every size post. Yeah, believe it. You don't find straight men talking about this shit. And when you do, they are terrible at it and they don't make any fucking sense. So extra thirsties are live on this channel. We have some breaking sauce too, by the way. A brand new one just dropped. Another one, this person is a huge troll. What a fucking loony bin. Shira Rose. This is about before and after weight loss photos. The before and after weight loss photos. If you post before and after weight loss photos, you're upholding white supremacy. You're upholding white supremacy if you post before and after photos. So who knew? Who knew? I never knew I was a white supremacist. I never knew. Who knew? Who knew that you were a white supremacist? Who knew you were a Nazi if you posted before and after? You lost weight? Yeah, if you're posting before and after weight loss photos, insisting that anyone will find a reason to be triggered no matter what, you can delude yourself as much as you want, but in posting those pictures, you are upholding white supremacy, telling us that only smaller bodies are worthy. I still do not know what one has to do with the other. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. It has nothing to do with anything. It does nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with it, Mary. Nothing. Absolutely zero. Fucking zero. Out to lunch. Out to fucking lunch. We also have Matt Does Diabetes. I don't know if you've seen this channel. Matt Does Diabetes. So he eats just nothing but McDonald's. I don't know if you saw that Super Size Me, but this guy that Morgan Spurlock character, like 20 years ago, almost fucking killed himself eating McDonald's for 30 days. So check out this video. That's what we need. We need to see some fucking sauce boy sucking down McDonald's. Good stuff, Matt Does Diabetes. Good stuff. Good man. We also have more Shira Rose. That's right. I went on a fucking rampage with her content yesterday. This was retweeted by your girl, Christy Harrison, and you know that she's a fucking all-star. You are not strong or exhibiting self-discipline for fasting. You are not powerful for resisting food. Give yourself permission to eat and experience pleasure from food. Use your strength and energy to do good in the world instead of starving your body from the fuel it needs. So this is one of those straw man arguments where you're creating this false narrative that no one is talking about. No, who is talking about use your strength and energy to do good in the world? So if you're fasting, you're not doing good in the world. So this is essentially saying that if you're fasting, let's say intermittent fasting or doing a day of fasting, that you're not a good person because you need to give yourself permission to eat and to experience pleasure from food. Use your strength and energy to do good in the world instead of starving your body. So now fasting is considered starving your body, and doing fasting, the absence of, doing if you're doing fasting, then you are not doing good in the world. And if you're not doing good in the world, then you're a terrible person. So these people are poisons, and Christy Harrison shared this. So the next time you think that any of these fucking verified accounts hold any kind of water, this is nonsense. This is bullshit. This is bullshit fucking progressive nonsense. And it's to the point where it just doesn't make fucking sense. You know, it insults people that are actually trying to make change by making a mockery of change. Like, what are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? What are you talking about? Well, no, he had to eat everything on the menu at least once, which is going to default with eating 5,000 plus calories. So it doesn't matter. It would have fucked his health anyway. It's not just the excessive calorie intake; it's the quality of the food. So there's always something that, like a loophole, but you're eating everything you're going to eat over your caloric intake just by default by eating everything on the menu at least once. It's just what's going to happen overall because the calorically dense nature. So you're not supposed to. The whole point wasn't to eat your maintenance calories. The point was to eat everything on the menu at least once, 3 meals a day, that kind of thing, which is over. It just goes to show that if you're eating fundamentally, that you're going to be eating more than you're required, and all the other side effects too. Because even if you're eating more food, like you're not going to have all those fucking negative side effects by eating the same amount of food. I mean, you're going to might gain weight, but you're not going to have the same level of health issues by eating more wholesome food. The quality is a huge problem as well. So you might bulk, you might put on some size, but you're not going to have the same necessarily bouts of depression and fucking misery and just lethargy if you're eating wholesome food. And it's going to be much harder to overeat. So his whole video was about eating those things 3 times a day, 4 meals. So of course it's going to go over the caloric limit. It's fucking gross no matter what. But to say you're a fitness person, to have a name that says Matt does fitness and you're eating, you're not. No, you don't. You don't do fitness. Stop eating fucking garbage. Stop eating this shit for fucking views, bro. Your videos are cringe as fuck. Cringe as fuck. Cringe as fuck. Cringe as fuck. So let's see here. We also have, let me see here. Did I bring that up here? Dun, 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 dun. And we got, that one didn't open up here. So we have some breaking sauce. This just dropped since going live. So we got some breaking juice. Hashtag show up if you want to win today's Swole card. This one just dropped, and this is available right now here on the page. This is some shit flinging between Charlie Gold and Foodie Beauty. 2 people that need to lose weight and take care of their health. And apparently there's some animosity going back and forth because Charlie Gold does tons and tons and tons of reaction videos. I don't watch any of them, but I know of her channel. So Foodie Beauty wrote this whole long thing, this whole long monologue on her community center or community section on YouTube, complaining about blah, blah, blah. You know, anytime you post something anywhere, you're going for attention. If you say you're not going for attention, if you say you're not, you are. If you're posting it, you're going for attention, you're going for likes, you're going for views. So anytime you fucking post something, anytime you post some shit online, you're going for attention and views. You want people to watch it. You want people to look at it. That's all it is. That's all it is. So you can go and check that out. And yeah, I mean, talk about needing to change your fucking life, needing to change your life. I mean, Foodie Beauty was just diagnosed with diabetes, and yeah, long time coming. Everyone, this is going to bring down a lot of people. And when I say bring down a lot of people, it already is killing tens of thousands of people every month. Diabetes is on the doorstep. It's on the docket. It's a coming attraction in most of these people's lives, like Nico Cotto, all the face fuckers. Even if they're not obese, this is on the menu. This is something that is on the fucking horizon. A lot of complications are going to be coming in the next 20, 30 years for all these fat positive people and the mukbangers and the face fuckers. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, and it's going to be catastrophic. Catastrophic. All this fucking nonsense. So what does show up mean to you? Drop that in the comments. We're getting to some knowledge cock. Show up. Hashtag show up. Now, if you look at the scrolling text on the bottom of the screen, if you want results, you show up. Number one, you show up. And this is something that needs to happen when it comes to your workouts, your meditation, your yoga, your community, all 7 pillars, you have to show up. All 7 pillars, you have to show up. You have to actually arrive. You have to put in the effort. You have to flip on the switch. You have to put on your gym shoes. You have to go into your garage to train. Like, you have to set this shit up. You have to have that trigger that helps you show up without fail. That supersedes your feelings of wanting to do it. That supersedes your the convenience of wanting to do something. And if you don't have that kind of master overkill, right? That overkill or override switch, you're not going to get amazing results, because anyone that is consistent with their training, anyone that is consistent does it when they don't want to do it. You do it when you don't want to do it. You go to work out when you don't feel like working out. You wake up and you meditate when you don't feel like meditating. You do your yoga when you don't feel like doing yoga. You do the things that you need to do, and you don't wait to feel like doing them. It's that simple. Because if you show up when you don't feel like it, you're going to have a decent workout. You might have a great workout. I talk about this a lot. Some of the best workouts I've ever had, and a lot of you are probably the same way. That's the best workouts that you've ever had were when you didn't want to train. You could drop that comment down below. I'm sure you probably remember some of your best workouts. One of the best feelings is to go to the gym or have a workout, whether you train at home or at the gym. You go when you don't feel like it and you have an amazing workout. That's the best fucking feeling. When you didn't feel like doing it, you went and you did it anyway, and you had a great session. And then it just imprints on your brain. It makes such a huge difference, because then in your brain, you're aware, oh, when I have this feeling, I can't trust that shit. I can't trust my brain. I can't trust my mind when it says, oh, you don't feel like working out. Oh, just take a day off. Oh, just relax. Oh, just do this. It's like, nah, fuck you, brain. I know that bullshit. I know that fucking game. I know you're full of it. I know you're trying to sling. I know you're trying to sling that nonsense in my fucking face. I know what you're doing. Because your brain, your mind, it's lazy. Your body doesn't want to have resistance. It thrives on resistance. It's designed to adapt. Your body wants to survive. So by default, your body wants an easy outcome. Your body doesn't want to put in a lot of effort. That's what most people don't understand. Your body doesn't want to have a lot of stress. Your body doesn't want to have a lot of strain. Your body wants to maintain, but it will maintain at that new output. It will maintain if you stress it. So if you're putting your body under duress, you will adapt to handle that duress. That's what adaptation is. So over the course of my career, I've built muscle over time because I exposed my body to a lot of external force. And I slept properly, or I did the best that I could. I slept, I ate right, and I did it over the course of time. So I built muscle to adapt to the environment I was putting my body in. My environment was my gym. It was a heavy resistance environment. I would go into this room, I would put overload on my body, and my body had to adapt to be able to handle the overload so it didn't fucking hurt so much. So it could handle that type of stress, so the muscles didn't have that kind of pain. It adapted to the environment. And it takes that relentless fucking effort. It takes that relentless effort, that relentless coating of paint, that exposure all the time in order to cause the body to adapt. Which is why pillar number 7, consistency, is everything. If you're not doing this regularly, your body has nothing to adapt to. If you train for a week, that's why it doesn't work. That's why you don't get amazing results in a week. If you train for a week and you stop, it's a fluke. Your body goes, oh, that was weird. You got sore for a week, and then you're not going to adapt to shit. You have to do it for months and months and months on end, and years, and you have to adjust and change the stress and the stimuli and level it up and progressively overload and change the angles and change the volume and change the rest periods and cycle through different things to create that kind of shock and that overload on your body without causing an injury or an overuse or fatigue and under recovery, overtraining, all that kind of shit. So showing up is a huge, huge thing. It's everything, because bottom line, whether you're doing it, like anytime you're doing it, no matter what it is, whether you're trying to learn an instrument, whether you're trying to improve a relationship, whether you're trying to improve your cardio capacity, whatever the fuck it is, you fundamentally have to show up. If you're not showing up, then you have no opportunity to do it. So those workouts that you had that were great, that you didn't feel like it before you went, the next time you don't feel like going, think about it. Maybe that's one of those times. Maybe today is one of those days where you don't feel like doing it, but you remember, hey, I felt like this before, And then I did it and it was great. So what do you end up doing? You know what? Today could be one of those days. So I'm just going to do it anyway. And then guess what? You probably have another great workout. And eventually you just build that fucking discipline. You force that momentum enough to the point where you actually have that discipline to do it whether you feel like it or not. Now, it doesn't mean that if you really feel run down and banged up and sore as fuck that you go and crush a resistance training session again. Maybe it means you're doing yoga or you're foam rolling, but you're doing your training. It doesn't mean you don't listen to your body. It doesn't mean that you just fucking crush no matter what. That's what people get it twisted. It doesn't mean that you do training every single day, hardcore intense training every day just because every day you should be doing something. It means that you need to adjust on the fly, but every day you have that time allotted to taking care of your shit, whether it's active recovery, whether it's resistance training, whether it's cardiovascular, whether it's mobility, whatever the fuck it is, you're doing it every day. And you can't get any results unless you show up. I want to know some of those results. I know a lot of you have gotten great results when you didn't feel like doing it. Josh, I had the greatest pace on a run a few weeks ago, even though I didn't want to run. There you go. There you go. Is 1,500 calories enough to function? Well, yeah, but I mean, for who? For what? For what purpose? Like, I don't know anything about you. That's arbitrary. For someone who's 6'10", that's a professional athlete, it's not. But for you, it might be. Matthew, showing up means gaining and maintaining health. And there you go. Show up to build yourself. Thank you, Britt. Even Papa is here. Show up. That's right. She's even fucking doing it. Kendall, you show up to work every day, so what is the excuse for not showing up to your fitness? Well, people don't look at their fitness as an obligation. They look at it as something in addition to what they're already doing. If you make fitness part of your life, if fitness is inseparable from your life, you actually get things done. It's your responsibility. You have responsibilities that you have to execute, whether you have kids or a job. But all of a sudden, when it comes to your health and your body, people make excuses like crazy. It's like, that should be the first thing you do. Everything else should come secondary. There you go. Arctic Blizzard. Hi, y'all. First time here. Been watching since the lockdown was lifted. I'm 23. Have lost 30 pounds so far from 270, but it hasn't gotten any easier. I'm still trying to better myself every day. Nor will it continue to get easier. You'll just keep on getting better and you keep on practicing. So good shit. Arctic Blizzard in the house. Amanda, I did my fastest mile run yesterday, even though I didn't want to. 10-minute mile. Good for you. Good for you. Nika. Even if I can't manage to get a full workout, I'll walk the track at the gym for half an hour to an hour, so at least I've done something. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hannah DeLuise. I finally ordered my rower today, and I've now officially broken up with the gym. It took a rower? A rower made you not go to the gym? All right. All right. I always find rowing interesting. It's such an interesting movement to do. Such an interesting movement to do for a human. It's like, when do you actually row aside from like on a rowing machine? It's like, how is that functional for a human? I'm just curious. I'm just curious, right? How is that functional for a human to row? I mean, I guess if you row a boat, but that's not necessarily something, it's something we created. It's like rowing. I'm just thinking. Nothing wrong with it. It's just any type of repetitive movement, repetitive, that's hunched over, like cycling and that. It's like, people are so hunched over already. It's like, open your shit up. I don't know. Never was into it too much. It's all good though. Do I train on an empty stomach? I don't train on a full stomach, so that depends. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything in. Fluids maybe. If I do eat, is significantly earlier, maybe an hour or two, depends on what it is. If I do have something, it might be like a sweet potato well before I train. But lately I haven't. I don't usually like to have anything in my stomach. And I'll eat after. I was hooked on Orange Theory. I used to row competitively though. Well, there you go. Get your fix. Good for you. Let's see. Cranking the lawnmower. That's a workout in itself. I feel that with some of the pointers and advice from the Swole fam that I've been getting better at killing my pool workouts. Good shit. Good shit. Any opinion on chicken fat? I don't eat chicken. I mean, if you're getting healthy animals, if you have like pasture-raised chicken, you know, those things. I know some people eat chicken livers and chicken organs and stuff like that. I just don't. After really just going all in on grass-fed beef, I just don't find any kind of like pleasure from eating chicken. It's not against, some of you might live on chicken. I used to. I just have bad experiences with chicken, with acid reflux and stuff like that in the past. Of course, I mentioned this story before. I wasn't eating quality sources of chicken. But, you know, if you're getting a healthy animal, it's a better option to consume other parts of it or fattier parts. I don't know how much fat chicken actually has on them, but I definitely don't eat any. I haven't had chicken in a long time. I don't actually remember the last time I had chicken. So I don't really have any opinions on the fat, but bottom line, if you're getting low quality chicken, then all bets are off. I would avoid it. But in terms of like higher quality, but I just think about chicken. I'm like, I just taste like that bland taste in my mouth. And I agree. Is there any validity to thermogenic drinks like Celsius? Validity in what terms? Like drinking fake fluids for marketing purposes? You're making them money. That's how it's valid. Making them that money. But I haven't had chicken liver. I haven't had chicken liver organs. Or chicken hearts or anything like that. I haven't had anything like that. I just can't. Look, if I have room in my stomach, I want to fill it with grass-fed beef, not chicken. That's just my personal preference. Okie dokie. All right. We got some good Swole fam posts today. You can keep on dropping questions or stuff. If you got questions that you want answered, you could drop them down in the comments. This one's from Shayna. Whatever. Same thing. Not really. What's up, fam? I need guidance, please. I lost 46 pounds in 4 months. I've been sitting at 266.8 for 2.5 weeks now. I know we all hit plateaus. I love my favorite philosopher. Usually means we need to change things up. So I've changed working out. I changed my workout and started pushing harder. Not a lot of cardio. Almost all lifting workouts are usually an hour to an hour and a half. Took dairy out of my diet, causing water retention. And that's taking dairy out of your diet. It's not going to cause water retention. Maybe meant reducing. Anyway, dairy out of your diet that was causing water retention. Eating between 1,300 and 1,500 calories a day of grass-fed beef, veggies, avocado, eggs. Sleep is around 5 to 6 hours. Water about a gallon. I never sit down. I am dealing with major muscle cramps all over on a daily basis. Haven't figured what that's about. So what do I need to get past this plateau? What's your plateau? You mean weight loss? I mean, if you're getting cramps, you need more electrolytes. You're probably likely dealing with magnesium deficiencies. You could check out some electrolyte supplements. Also, Natural Calm is a great magnesium supplement. You can look at magnesium oil as well you can put on. So I deal with muscle cramps a lot, but I avoid it by taking electrolytes and also magnesium oil and supplementation like that. So that's very beneficial. Sitting at 266 for 2.5 weeks is not much, so it's not necessarily a plateau. You eat between 1,300 and 1,500 calories a day. That's a big difference. That's 200 calories extra if you're eating more than what you're utilizing. You know, that's going to be a factor there. Sleep is a little bit on the low side, so 5 to 6 hours right there. That's causing more stress because you're not sleeping that much. Water sits at a gallon. It's possible you may need more. Let's see here. I've changed workouts and started pushing harder. It could be other things that you're eating. I don't know what else you're eating. Could be certain types of veggies. Could be blah, blah, blah. I'm just looking through. So I would focus on the cramps right now. Maybe you're just missing some vitamins, some minerals. I would actually need more detail to actually give you some more feedback. But losing 46 pounds in 4 months, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's great. 46 pounds in 4 months. And then for 2 weeks, you haven't lost like what, you haven't lost an ounce, you're going to fluctuate a couple pounds a day. So focus more on sleep, meditation. I would monitor your caloric intake more, maybe get more specific, maybe check out individual things in elimination that you can get rid of, try to get more sleep. Fill in with some of those electrolytes so you're not dealing with muscle cramps, because that's not good, and that's preventable with things like electrolytes and supplementation like I mentioned. So I would actually like to know a little bit more context, but anyone else can follow up in the comments below. You might be restricting your calories too much. It's possible, depends on what you're actually, like your total caloric intake, your total caloric expenditure. It seems on the low side, but doesn't mean that it's too little. 1,300 to 1,500 doesn't sound like a lot. And if you're dealing with major muscle cramps and maybe you're not recovering enough, maybe that's because you are not getting enough nutrition. So it's possible there. So it sounds like you're a little bit on the low side when it comes to recovery, and you're missing some minerals, electrolytes, and such. So take a look into that. And I'm sure a bunch of you already responded in the comments there, but that's available in the private group if you want to chime in, but you could drop a comment down below. Jenny says, going back to Shanna's post, I wonder if Shanna's drinking things that are helping to dehydrate her. Possible. The craps make me think dehydration. The craps. Oh, you mean the cramps? No, she didn't say craps. She's just shitting her brains out. Yeah, well, it could be dehydration. So muscle cramping can be from electrolyte imbalance. It could be from just crushing your legs or crushing a workout really hard, and just like the neural stimulation could be from dehydration. There's a couple different things that can cause it. All right, this one is from Rebecca with a capital B, Rebecca. If you used to be Becca, now you're Becca again. You're Rebecca-ing. Discouragement, binge episodes. I'm starting from a very high weight and I'm still struggling. What do I do when it feels so impossible to reach my goal? I am down from 305 pounds, but I'm 230 pounds. That's great. I feel like I've worked so hard and I'm still obese. I know it's not true, but sometimes it feels pointless to even be trying when I'm having such a hard time. You're not having a hard time. You're in your own fucking head. Meditate more and get over your own shit. Get out of your own fucking head, Rebecca. Welcome to the Swole fam first. Welcome to the Swole fam. And I want everyone to comment down below. You lost 75 fucking pounds. So you're seeing an amazing success. I don't know who you're comparing yourself to, but that's nonsense. Pointless to be trying. You've only lost a fucking human being. You're doing great. You're not having a hard time. You're crushing it. You're crushing it. You need to surround yourself with awesome people. You just joined the Swole fam, so welcome. And you need to stay focused. Hit all those 7 pillars, add some meditation, add consistent programming, cut out the fucking noise, unfollow people on social media, and keep on fucking doing it. Check out stuff on the elimination diet here inside the Swole fam and inside Swolenormous X. If you're an unlimited member, you could access all that stuff in the kitchen, but fucking level it up. You're doing great. You're doing excellent. People, get out of your own fucking heads. Get out of your own way. You're your own worst enemy more often than not. I feel the same way. You look in the mirror. You want to know who your biggest adversary is? It's yourself. That's a good point, Linda. I always wonder why I'm so tired. With 7 to 8 hours of sleep, I realize I need 9 to 10 hours, and I feel great now. Some people need a lot more. I think that's another problem when it comes to sleep, is you have this verbiage out there. Oh, 7 to 8 hours. That's very arbitrary. Some people have genetic adaptations that they feel great on 5 to 6 and they don't need more. They just feel rested, and their whole life they've been waking up after 5 to 6 hours. And even if they sleep and they have all the time in the world to sleep, they'll only sleep 5 to 6 hours with no negative side effects on their body. It's just some type of thing with their body. They don't need as much sleep, but some people need more sleep. And I honestly think I'm one of those people that needs like 9 to 10 hours, because I sleep like a fucking brick. I sleep so heavy. Like, I'm still working on getting on a better sleep schedule and stuff, but I don't shortchange my sleep anymore. I don't fucking do that stuff. I don't fucking do that shit anymore. I used to do the whole, when I used to post so many videos when I first started doing it. This is like 4 years ago. I was up till fucking 4 or 5 a.m. I was waking up at 7 or 8. No, I can't do that anymore. In the last couple years, there was that switch that was flipped. I used to be able to run on no sleep and minimal sleep now I just can't. It just all of a sudden fucking hit me like, nope, can't do it anymore. I have like officially changed from that kind of like ability. Plus, logically, I can't do that to my body. I just know how much damage it's causing. It's not good to push through that. Even if you can, like I'm fortunate to be one of those people that can rock really well on minimal sleep, on fumes, but it doesn't mean that you should. Kima Kit. Sitting here contemplating the concept of showing up. I tend to be a shy introvert with new people and groups and things. I haven't shared much as a member. If I'm going to show up, maybe I need to do a proper post. Okay, it's a commitment. Got to get out of my own head. There you go. You committed. Now you got to post. Looking forward to seeing you post up in the group. Kima Fit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How much do you sleep at night? How much do you sleep? I agree, Mary. 75 pounds is amazing. Rebecca, that is nothing to scoff at. I agree. Jen Wick, good name, 007. I try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but I'm always tired too. It's hard to find time because I want to dedicate any extra time before work to my workout. Well, there's always that trade-off. I mean, some people have to sacrifice a little sleep to get shit done because their schedule just doesn't allow for any more flexibility. You got to make those decisions. You can't make them lightly. You still got to get your shit done, but it's really hard for some people when you have 2 jobs and 3 kids, you're going to school and you're night shift, and it's like the last thing that you can prioritize is sleep, and that's the number one thing that your body fucking needs. I mean, think about what your body requires every day. There are only a few things that your body requires every day. And sleep is one of them. What, eating? And you don't even need to eat every day. You can fast. You don't have to eat every day. Your body can handle not eating every day. Hydration, you can handle not drinking water. That's very dangerous, but hydrate like crazy. But your body needs water. Let's just assume you have to eat every day. Even though we know we can survive without eating, you could survive without sleeping for a day. A lot of us have done it before. So sleep, food, water, shelter, right? I mean, the basic needs, we need to get that in. So it's so important, and we sacrifice. Think about that. What are the things that people sacrifice? People don't drink enough water. That's essential for survival, for fundamental survival and life. Eating, people don't eat well. They eat like shit. So people are fundamentally not hydrating or eating well, and people aren't sleeping. So everyone's worried about fat loss and struggling with fat loss and this and inspiration and blah, blah, blah. You're not eating right. You're not drinking enough fluids, water, literally water, and you're not sleeping. It's like, of course you have a fucking gut. Of course you can't get rid of the extra fat around your stomach. Of course you're not getting optimal results. You're not doing the fundamental things that are required to be a human and not die. I mean, people are feeling like there's this fucking magic workout or this magic dietary approach. It's like, God damn it, do the basics. You're not even doing the fundamental things that allow a human being to live, let alone thrive. It's just, people are so fucking like oblivious to how shitty they're treating their body and their life. And I'm the asshole, right? And I'm the fucking asshole. And I'm the fucking douchebag. Hello, everyone. I'd like to introduce myself and share a huge accomplishment I just reached today. My name is Leona, and I'm recovering from anorexia binge purge subtype. This is getting intense. I've been suffering from it since I was 12 years old, and in May, during quarantine, I suffered a mild heart attack from frequently binging and purging. I am only 21. Damn. That was the biggest slap in the face I have ever received. I've spent most of my life now destroying my body in pursuit of a number. Last week, a week after it happened, I found Papa's channel, and it was exactly the message I needed to hear. I am so tired of killing my body with food, and when I began to eat real whole foods, my body began to heal. I am now 1 month completely binge and purge free. My heart no longer flutters. I can stand up without being dizzy. My hands no longer constantly shake, and I have removed some of the chains that my disorder has bound me with. I still struggle, but I am beyond determined to heal and become stronger mentally and physically than I ever thought possible. I'm getting a little emotional even posting this because I never thought I would be able to say I'm an entire month binge and purge free, but I look forward to the day I can say it's been many months and then years. This community, oh, let me just bring that up. This community has been extremely, why can't I bring that up more? There we go. This community has been extremely helpful to me, seeing other people determined to heal, take care of themselves, and become healthy. I'm not here to lose weight, but to heal, support others, and be supported. And of course, get swole. Ha ha. That's fucking awesome. There you go. This community has been extremely helpful to me. It sounds like, Leona, it sounds like you fucking showed up. It sounds like you showed up today. Sounds like you showed up. Sounds like Tessie's calling your name. That's amazing. That's amazing and scary as fuck. Holy shit, 21. You know, this is what I'm talking about and all the nuts on chin when I'm doing the Swole Fam post and what we share here. Like binging and purging is no joke. It's not like it's not just you're adding and subtracting. Oh, you're eating these foods and then giving it back up. It wears away your organs. It wears away your esophagus. It's stressful on your digestive system. You're not getting in the nutrients. Like all the acid and the bile. I mean, even if it's like, you know, vomiting, and there's different types. There's different types of binging and purging, but 21, a mild heart attack at 21. And females, it's much more rare for a female to have a heart attack. Much less common. But the age alone, male or female, that age alone, it just goes to show when you stress your body out enough, it'll hit that wall. It'll bonk out. It'll bonk out. Like you just can't do that same, you can't jerk your body around forever. Good for you, Leona. Happy to have you here. That's some deep shit. That's some fucking fire. What do you think, baby girl? What do you think? Hey, mama. You want to say hi to everyone? You showed up today. You showed up. Pup showed up. You showed up, mama. That's right. The fam loves you. The fam loves you. They absolutely love you. That's why we love Swole, because it's not about a number, it's about health. Is it ever? Is it ever about health? Isn't it nice to not talk about fucking weight being a number all the time? I mean, that's what it is. Weight is how much the earth is pulling you into its core, but is that really what fitness is all about? Now people are gonna take that and be like, well, come on, well, health at every size. Just like Hank, like,
well, I'll be damned.
Health at every size? Bobby? Don't you go following that health at every size, Bobby. It's like, it's not about a number, but numbers still matter. If you're morbidly obese, it fucking matters. Fucking matters. Lauren, anorexia does damage to your heart. Hope the best for her. I did know a girl in college who apparently I didn't know suffered from anorexia. And yeah, she passed away. Bad news. Bad news. Sad shit. Let's see here. Jacob. Hey fam, hope this catches everyone doing well. I'm coming to you today because over the weekend, my daughter turned 18 months and it had me doing a ton of reflection. Honestly, 18 months ago, I wasn't thinking about health or fitness. I knew about Papa and I followed him. I just didn't give a shit about it. Fast forward to today and my life is completely different, working out consistently, eating properly, and loving life. Burp. I want to say that I changed for my daughter, but that's not the case. I did this for me and me alone, and I believe that's why it's working. For anyone out there that is scared or confused, just fucking do something. It's going to work. Trust me. I have messed up a few times. Honestly, over the weekend, I ate a little bad, and it came back to bite me in the butt. It's fine, though. I have not been doing this all my life, just over a year. Love you all. Good shit. Good shit, Jacob. That's a huge selling point on this post, is that you're not doing it for her, you're doing it for you. Now, for anyone that has kids, I'm sure that you do it for your kids too. You're thinking about your kids. You're trying to be healthier for your kids. You don't want to be a fat fuck for your kids. You want to be around to see your kids grow. You're doing it for your kids. You should be. You should be doing it for your kids. However, fundamentally, you need to do it for you. And of course, it's going to benefit your kids. So you're doing it for your kids too, but you're doing it for you, and you're going to be a better you for your kids. So it does both. But fundamentally, I agree. You should be doing it for you. If you need inspiration, do it for your fucking kids. Fine, just do it. But it should be for you, and your kids are going to benefit from it. Nadine, just a side note. Finish watching The Extra Thirsty on Foodie Beauty, and if anyone has issues giving up dairy, think cheese curds in the vagina. That'll do it. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it, fam. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Anyone that doesn't know, didn't see The Extra Thirsty. That's available now, but don't go watch it yet. Wait till after we're done, but that's a brand new video. Brand new video. Get those cheese curds. Those cheesy curds. Linda Maria. Seems like people view only anorexia as a mental disease and judge overweight people as fat, lazy fuck nuggets, but food addiction is also real. It sure is. Food addiction, like issues with food are real, but people have issues with a lot of things. People have issues with a lot of drugs. And when food is fundamentally created to be drug-like, look, I mean, you have grass-fed beef, you have real food, you have vegetables, you have fruit. I don't know how many people are addicted to grass-fed beef, like compulsively just can't stop eating steak or can't stop eating fruit. It's much more likely you're going to eat junk food. You're going to look for those concentrated sugar sources, soda, white bread, processed garbage, fucking vegetable oils, shit that triggers those pleasure receptors in the brain and those dopamine releases, that instant gratification. You know, you get nutrients, you get satisfaction from eating real food, but then from the fake ass food, you're getting that kind of stimulus. You're getting that pleasure. You're getting that braingasm. That escalated quickly. It sure did. Let's see. Maria, people don't realize that it takes one whole day to catch up on 1 hour of lost sleep. I used to work for a fire department, and this is the reason for their schedule. Really? It takes one whole day to catch up on 1 hour of lost sleep. I mean, I think everyone can benefit from reading those books on sleep. I mean, there's a concept called sleep debt. You know, once you start losing sleep, you're always in debt, kind of like financial stuff. Like you're in debt until you pay it off. There's all these different side effects. Not getting sleep does not have any benefits. Sacrificing sleep has no benefit. Jen Wick. Mr. Wick. Working out is truly a lifestyle. I've always looked at it like something I have to do, not realizing that I actually want to do it. Any kind of thing that you have to execute, any kind of responsibility, look at it as something that you get to do rather than have to do. That's a famous quote. I got that on the wall too. Yeah, like I get to do. I don't have to do a podcast today. Oh my God, I got to do a podcast today. It's like, nah, I get to fucking come here, shoot the shit with the Swole fam, drop some fucking knowledge cock. I get to have a good time. We get to lay it down. But a lot of people's responsibilities during the day, they get all negative about it. They get all negative. I have to work out. Oh my God, I got to work out. Oh my God, I got to go here. I got to do yoga. I got to meditate. You get the chance to fucking take care of yourself. That's a good thing. You don't have to work in a fucking coal mine. You get to fucking go get a pump on. So we got, let's see here. Speaking of which, we got some more action. We got some more good shit coming. Here we go. This one here. This is from Danielle. So day 5 of opioid withdrawal and feeling like myself again. However, I have developed a head cold. When you add the conjunctivitis, it's just not my week. However, it feels amazing to get off those strong meds. I also now know for certain that I had resolved a lot of my problems with my amazing physio, as I don't have pain. Apart from day 1 where I ate some dirty dicks, I've hopped right back on track and eaten well since then. Taking another few days off all exercise, especially with this cold, but can't wait to get back into it. Thanks so much for the amazing support, fam, and thanks to Papa for helping me get to a good enough space to do this, and for the reminders that change is hard, but worth it, and that long-term health is the main goal. Good shit, Danielle. Fucking getting after it. Getting after it. Good shit. Opioid withdrawal. Look, these things are not a fucking joke. This is some savage shit. You got to be careful with what you're taking. And if you can get off safely under your doctor's supervision and all that good shit, then you should. You should be making all the necessary lifestyle changes to be as independent from those types of artificial stabilizers as possible. You know, they have their application, but just be careful. Don't be eager to go on fucking pills, fam. Don't be eager to jump into that shit. It's a trap for so many people. Robert. Hey fam, first post. I've started watching Papa about 8 months ago, and since joining this community a few months ago, it has only added to my motivation and accountability. 2 years ago to the day, I had a mini stroke, and it completely changed my outlook on life. I'm now 45 and will be 46 in October. I'm 5'11" and I've gone from a high of 290 pounds to 193 fucking pounds. That's 100 pounds down, bro. That is epic. As of today, I feel so much better both physically and mentally. I was in a really low place, had super bad blood pressure, and after my stroke had to be on blood pressure medication and blood thinner. After a year past that incident, I was able to get off the medication. This is not a plan or a program, but a way of life now for me. I wish it could have been a different catalyst, but the world is strange. Keep it up, everyone, and see you around. Good fucking shit, Robert. Fucking fire. Great post today. Great fucking post today. Everyone's crushing it. Everyone's fucking making those fucking gains, huh? Everyone's making those fucking gains. You guys are crushing it, man. Swole fam is going legit. A reminder, now that we're talking about Swole fam, a reminder that yesterday's episode 1522 is available in the private group. It's also available in Swole TV, and we went over new releases. So all of you Swole fam peeps, you got new releases. We got a brand new Nuts on Chin Unplugged inside Swole TV. We also got brand new 30-minute brain gains. We got 3 new recipes. We got 2 new yoga classes. Got a brand new master class. Tons of releases yesterday for the accountability, meaning new releases every single week inside Swolenormous X. So if you want to learn more about joining the Swole fam, you can head on over to swolenormousx.com and learn more. And that's where all these posts are coming from, in case you don't have any context and you're like, what the hell is he showing? What the hell does show up mean? This is a Swole card. This is a Swole card, and this Swole card can be yours. Signed by your boy, 1523 in the subject. We'll be giving away the Swole card right now. Papa Swole you. That zero fuck game is strong as hell with this one. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Why are you being a bump on the log? Why are you being so boring? Look at that. Look at that. She looks just like the doll. She looks like a Tess. Look at. Looks just like Tess. Now you're looking away. You're being cranky. Being a cranky beesh. Cranky beesh. Tessie looking all chunky and majestic. I know, right? Oh, Papa's. You're a good girl. Whoa. I almost fell off my chair. You good girl. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Jiggle all your pup fats. Jiggle your pup fat. Hello, beach. Well, I wish everyone had your mindset, Valeri, Blaise. 3 years ago at 29, I got diagnosed with high blood pressure due to my weight. 2 days later, I signed up for a gym membership and been showing up ever since. I wish more people had that. It'd be nice to not have that kind of extreme situation be the catalyst for your change. You know, but at the same time, if you have that situation, then it better fucking be the catalyst for that change. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to have a stroke or high blood pressure or a heart attack to make that difference. But if you have that situation, it's like, okay, that's the situation. Now what am I going to do about it? It's like, step the fuck up and make it happen, make a change. So good for you. Good for you. Linda, I quit smoking weed and cigarettes a few months ago because it's not only unhealthy physically, but mentally made me lazy as fuck. Well, it sure can. It sure can. It sure can. Swolify the world. Show up. Thank you, Amanda. Love it when Papa shows up. Well, she's showing up. Yeah, well, kind of. Kind of. She's a little bit on the quiet side. A little bit on the quiet side. She's not A lazy day for Papa. All right, we got some Swole card action. Let's give this beach away. Be choosing someone in the comments, scrolling and picking a random person that used the hashtag show up today. Let's get this Swole card party going, shall we? In 3, 2, schwam. Here we go. Disco. Hashtag show up. Scrolling. Molasses Murphy, congratulations. Congratulations, my dear. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but congratulations. Molasses. Too much sugar. Don't have your molasses, everyone. Come on. Anyway, thank you so much for playing. Congratulations, Molasses Murphy. You are the winner of today's Swole card, 1523. So here's what you do. You send us an email to support@swolenormous.com with Swole card 1523 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. And you see how she's getting up? You see how Papa's getting up? She knows. I feel like she knows. Yeah, she always gets up right when I'm announcing the Swole card. Like she knows. She's like, oh my God. She's like, am I going to get to pee? Am I going to go outside? She gets all excited. Right, baby girl? Is that right? You excited? Baby girl, you excited? Yeah. You excited? Daddy's almost done with the podcast. You're so excited. Why are you sitting up? Why are you standing up, baby? Hey. Why you look so sexy? What are you doing over there? What's the deal? Why your ears look like you're so... She knows the music. She gets it. She's like, oh, here we go. It's happening. He's almost done. Just watch this. She'll get so fucking excited. When we start to wrap it up. She's doing a yoga pose. She's looking at me. All right. So send us that email, molasses, again, to support@swolenormous.com and your mailing address in the body of the email. We'll get you that Swole card. And thank you. Seth. Hey, Swole Daddy. What up, Seth? How do I post a picture for everyone? I have followed you for a long time and want to show my results. Post inside the private group. It's for members only. I don't think you can post a picture here. I won't be able to see it here, but you can share it inside the private group. That's available. You can learn more at swolenormousx.com. All those posts are from inside the private group, if that's what you're asking me. That's what I'm sharing here, but more than happy to share pictures from anyone that wants to share them inside the group. Just give me permission to do so when you share it inside the group. But fam, we got some extra thirsty that are live. We got some gains to be made. I'm going to get my pump on in a short time. Got some more recordings to do, but this will be available. You could download this podcast anywhere. Make sure you subscribe to the Daily Swole right here, Swole Norma's channel as well, but also make sure that you check out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere. And I'll see you all tomorrow for episode 1524 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. See you mañana for 1524. Peace, McGeese, Deuce, Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like,
then yeah, I found that